In this video, I'm going to show you how we can look at the customer record and how to use that within the iPad system. When you enter the iPad system, you'll be presented with this menu. At the very top of the menu, you'll see it says customers. So let's select that first. This will present to you all the customers that are on your list. I only have 3 on this because it's a demo version. You can do various things here very simply. There's a sort at the bottom which allows you to sort the customers in various ways to find them easier. You can also search for a customer here as well, so if you just know their name and it's way down the list, you can just type their name in and it will bring that customer up. So that's the customer list, pretty straightforward. The next thing that we have to look at is basically the customer record. So if we go into one, I have all the information on this customer that I may need to progress my call. Name and address of the customer is pretty straightforward. The rep name, this should be your rep code. The contact name of the customer, telephone, email, grading systems that we might want to use. The last balance of the customer, which is quite important. Date open, the date that the customer was open. So again, shows you how long the customer's been trading with us. Down the bottom of the call area is the area to do an order or a credit, some order history information and invoices as well. I'll explain each one of those as we go. Let's focus in the middle, just check out these 1 or 2 buttons here. So very simply, let's go for map. If I press map, what it does is take me out of the system, takes me off to something like Google, etc. So you do need to be online to do this, and it will show me where that customer is. Very useful if you don't know the area or if you're covering the area for somebody else. So that's a very good way of tracking down our customers. To go back to the app, you need to use this little arrow at the top left hand side of the screen here. Says CM remote sales. Press that and it'll take you back into the app. Okay, so to go to the map, do that. It shows you where the customer is. To go back, do that, and it will take you back to the app. Okay, so that's a nice little one. The next one is this one says notes. That's quite useful. All that is a sort of like a record card really, which stays with the customer record. It doesn't get shown to anybody, so it's private to you when you're using it. And then maybe it allows you to keep some information that will be useful for next time you're going to see that customer, to remind you to maybe take something along, some point of sale or some objectives you might have set from the last call. To create a note, very easy. Press this button that says new note. A red box arrives at the top and you type in the information that you might want to put in. Once you now go back out of this, that is stored with the customer and will stay there every time you go back in. So you can see my note I did today is sitting at the top of this screen. Every time I do a new note, so let's do a new test note today, and I put that in, it drops down to the one below. So as I go in, my notes are going backwards with the latest note at the top. Very useful. If you want to clear a note, very easy as well. All we do is to swipe from the right and a little sign will come that says delete. Press that and it will go. So do that, delete, and it will go. 2 other things of note here, which are useful, is to understand the order history and the invoices that this customer will have placed in the past. So if I tick on the order history, you can see I've got lots of orders in here. And these orders are ones that we've taken in the past. So if I choose one, it will show me the information, when the order was placed, what the value of that order was. And although it doesn't show on this dummy one, it will actually give you the designs and a picture of the orders that have actually been placed. So it gives you a very good background as to what the order was, how many units, what the value, and actually the detail of that order as well. The next thing says invoices, and again on here, although there's none on this account at the moment, would show you the prior invoices for this customer. So if there is some money to be paid, you can see exactly what invoice might need to be paid and what that value would be. Again, a useful tool to have. So that information stays with the customer and is updated every time you update your iPad. The other 2 areas here, accounts and credit, we're not going to deal with today, but we will basically start here because this is where you placed an order. So once you've brought the customer record up on the screen and you want to place an order, you press this and then you start to move into the order process.